Greetings everyone and welcome to the virtual tour of Onoway Elementary School. I am your school principal, Jody Beck, and am here to provide you with a little glimpse inside of our beautiful building and to tell you a little bit about our wonderful school. This is our main atrium. I know, stunningly beautiful. When you come in front of our front doors, to our right we have our wonderful office where both Mrs. Serkan and Mrs. Westerlund will be there to help you. To our left, we have both of our kindergarten classrooms. Many of our students and parents watching this video will be your first introduction to our school. You're nice and close to the front entry, and when you see Mrs. Dunstall's video, you'll take a nice little glimpse inside what those classrooms look like. Further down the hallway, you will see that there is a very large gym, an activity room, a student services area, and our library. Let's go take a look. So this is our large gym. Because we are a K-7 elementary school with approximately 450 students that attend our school, we have a large gym. And as we travel through this space, we have an equipment room and office for our full-time phys ed specialist. And through this door, we have our smaller activity room for our younger students. Currently, we have an artist in residence program here, Trickster Theater, working with our students using green screen technology so they have a chance to create their own class productions. More on that later. As we travel down the main atrium, on the left you will see our Student Support Services Center. Fully inclusive washroom, and a space where we provide some continuum of supports and services such as occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, as well as a psychologist that comes to our school once a week. Next door, we have a full-time inclusive education facilitator. She works tirelessly to provide supports and coordinate services for our students that require additional help. We are very fortunate at Onoway Elementary School to have a mental health capacity building project and a full-time success coach. She provides mental health supports and awareness for all students K-7. Let me tell you a little bit about what our school values are. We were very fortunate to work with Derek Peterson, International Youth and Child Advocate. And basically, this image captures how we want to ensure that every student can be successful. Let's take a closer look. Both the elementary school in Onoway, as well as the junior-senior high, are known as a Webs of Support school. We want to ensure that every single child knows who their anchors are, adults to support, and make sure that you do your very best. We then provide every single student with strings, tangible strings that are in home, school, and the community, like resources, the building, the textbooks, the Chromebooks, all those tangible things you can see and touch. We also focus on intangible strings, those beliefs and values and behaviors that we want to work together with our families and our community to ensure our students know their values and how to live by them. Everything is connected to the student learner, what we call growing the balloon, helping all children and youth develop their skills, attributes, and talents so they know their strengths and help them to connect with others. We recognize that sometimes there are things called scissors cuts that happen to your web. It might be things that are out of the student's control or just mistakes that they make. And as our anchors help each other to ensure that the kids have the supports they need to develop and contribute to their values. We certainly do not do this alone. We know it's important that our anchors have their own supports. We need to work together for all students to be successful. And finally, we do this in a culture and environment here at OES. We are a strong, welcoming, safe community. We work closely with our parents, guardians, and community members in order for every single student to have their own web of support. The image is a dream catcher, so every single student knows who's supporting them, who's throwing them strings, and how they can grow the balloon. OES has a very large and beautiful learning commons. With the current restrictions in place, we're unable to have students come in and check out their own books, but our amazing Learning Commons facilitator has a system in place for students to still be able to access them safely. Currently, we do have this space being used by a grade 7 class, but next year they will have their own classroom and this space will become our giant Learning Commons space yet again. Check out this amazing reading nook. Here, students are able to work in small groups in their own beautiful space, designed for them to use their imagination, spend some time reading and working with each other. Over here, we have a beautiful display of the values that we're currently working on with all students. These values are known as the 7 sacred teachings. We recognize the importance of ensuring that all students and staff and community know Indigenous ways of knowing and learning. These values are the strings that we throw for all students. It's important for them to know how to have courage, respect, wisdom, love, truth, honesty, and humility. All students learn about this every month as we focus on a different theme. This beautiful art piece in the middle was painted by Eugene Alexis from Alexis First Nations. Here we are at the end of that beautiful atrium. I'll show you this angle. There's the front of our school, main entrance, kindergarten classrooms, student services center, both the large gym and the activity room, our learning commons, and then we find ourselves here at the rotunda where you can go left and you will find our classes of grades 1 to 3, or you go right and we have classes for our grades 4 through 7. Down this hallway, is mainly our classes for grades 4 to 7. And behind me would be our classes for grades 1 to 3. We had to transition our art and science room into a classroom, so our grade 6s are down this hallway as well as the music room. Let's go take a look. Here is our music room. We have a full-time music specialist. She'll be away next year, but one of our teachers is going to be providing all classes K through 7 with the focus on fine arts. We are integrating arts, drama, and music for next year. Again, we're using this space this week for our Trickster Theatre Artist in Residence program. We work closely with our school council to apply for grants and ensure that our students have amazing opportunities that extend their learning, like this one. Trickster Theatre is working with every single class and, because of the restrictions, had to do this virtually this year. Every single class is producing their own production, and it'll be all compiled into a wonderful movie. Can't wait to see it. It's just a little windy outside, but I wanted you to see one of our 3 playground zones. This one is to support our kindergarten through to grade 2s. It also has a wonderful friendship garden. We also have 2 other playground zones. Lots of space and room to play. Here's just part of our playground zone for our older students. A few years ago, we were able to build a beautiful outdoor classroom for them as well.